Ryan Baker, CBS 2 Chicago. Vinny, first of all, congratulations. Welcome to town. The question is for you, though, John. It appeared that during the course of your search, this thing had resolved itself a couple of times before you made the decision to hire Vinny. First of all, how difficult and challenging was the entire process from the beginning until that point in time when, whether it was your gut instinct or just the interview, and you just really had figured out that Vinny was your man in the whole process, and how difficult was it to pull the trigger on it, considering, you know, his lack of experience and what you were looking for before, and how you kind of had a shift in your thinking there?
Well, no, you know, there were a lot of things, I guess, out there that were not necessarily true, and the thing that you know, I said from the very beginning is that I'd be thorough, and I think there was you know, at least on a couple occasions, there was some people jumping the gun a little bit. Not to say that we weren't, you know, thinking along certain lines, but they certainly jumped the gun. And I had never made a decision through this whole thing. So, you know, like I said, I felt 2 weeks ago when I sat down with Vinny in Orlando. I mean, you know, you sit here and you listen to him talk, which I've enjoyed. You know, but this is part of the interview process I had. And you know, Vinny mentioned, you know, thinking outside the box a little bit. The further I got into the process, the more I started thinking along the lines that, you know, you don't always have to look at things in a conventional way, and or the way that satisfies, you know, the mass of people. For whatever reason, there was a lot of things out there, and there seemed to be the sense that we didn't know what we were doing. Up at the Berto Center, we never felt that way at any point. We were doing our job, and we were going through the whole thing, you know, the way that I thought it should be done. I have no control over people jumping the gun on things, and you know, but what happens is it creates something out there that you know, becomes real when it's not. And that's just a part of, you know, the world we live in right now in sports. So, but we never were panicking up there. But and like I said, I think the longer I went through the process, and I heard a lot of ideas and a lot of philosophies, you know, I said to myself, you know, why not think outside the box a little bit? Why not take a chance? It's not something that hasn't been considered before and done before. So, you know, I'm confident. You know, this is really my second hire in terms of a coach, and you know, the first time we were a team that was in disarray. We had no discipline. We were you know, we were unstructured. So I brought Scott in, and he resolved those issues. It took time, though. If you remember, the first year was not a pleasant year, and we started off the second year 0-9, and we finally got it together. But we resolved that. This time around, I firmly believe that our team lacks, they lost their spirit last year. And I'm not saying we have a superstar on our roster. I think we've got very good players that last year played down from their ability. And I think a lot of that was their confidence level and all the distractions around it. My belief right now is that we have the opportunity with Vinny's leadership ability, his communication. He's going to get involved with the players. He's going to invest time in them. That's what today's young player wants. The X's and O's, you know, look, he's not done it before, but his ideas are very good. They're creative. He's got, you know, just the philosophy that he has in his mind is intriguing to me. And I look at this as, you know, this decision was made, even though we're getting, you know, it's not as favorable as we all would like today. Over time, I think it will be, and this is for the long term. It's going to be, it is a growing process. It's going to be a growing process for Vinny as a coach. He's got a lot to learn. He acknowledges that, but I think our players, when they see his personality and he brings this energy and enthusiasm to our team, I think it's the right thing to do right now.
I would just like to add, believe me when I tell you, it was a very thorough process. Very thorough. So, everything. Everything.